So hey guys, I'm gonna do a trade review on the 12th of May. Yep, it's been quite some time since this trade has been taken. Unfortunately, I deleted this recording. This trade session. Okay, it was a recorded session. I edited it already for my personal studies, but I deleted it. Somehow. Well, it is what it is. Okay, so we're only going to do it with my journal. Okay, so right here, from the journal, right, I see that I've taken two trades. The first trade was a loss. It was a $12 loss. I think it was in ES. Okay, I quite remember this day, right? This day is quite, I don't know, I can call it a very important part of my trading journey, but very important part of my trading journey, but it's more like I realized something new for today, which is around here. Okay, so right here. Okay, so right here for this day, very important lesson for me is, because for this day, right, it was a Monday, okay, and it was a CPI week. Generally Monday, as what ICT teach, okay, I will be preferring the pre-market session, which is 7 to 8:30. Okay, so and I will expect AM session to be ugly, and that's why I traded during the pre-market session. Okay, so you can see this, it was a nice trade here. I shorted at 20954.75 and take profit at 20924.75. Okay, so it was around 30 handles. Okay, so this win, right, already covered my previous loss. That's why I was up for $49 for this week, for this day. Okay, so right here I did lost a trade here. Okay, so but it was only a 75 ticks, a 0.75 handle stop loss. Okay, or very small one because I threw my stop loss and stuff. Okay, so right here when I shorted, so getting right to that first trade, right here we can see stop rate done on the sell side, on the buy side. Okay, and we have a CB right here, and see price went up and then went down. I shorted around here. Okay, expecting price to plunge lower, but it didn't do so. And then it reached up and stopped me out. Okay, so it was a 7:50 a.m. macro thing. Okay, then later I waited. Okay, so at this point I was looking at this 5-minute CV. Okay, right here. So you can see the bodies. First, we have taken out a lot of buy sides here. You can see all the buy sides is taken out already. Okay, second, you can see how the bodies take out a short-term buy side again. Then we displace lower. Okay, as you can see, when price displays lower here, it was a market structure shift. Okay, yep, a bearish market structure shift. Okay, and then fair value gap, that's where I shorted. My stop loss is around this much. A very good risk. Okay, so as of today, today is 30th of May. Okay, I do have a new kind of thinking that because I've been looking at trades like this, right, I can have quite a very good risk to reward, and I'm only risking around $20 to $30. So I'm thinking, yep, I'm going to like implement this new rule for myself. Like I'm going to have to forgo a lot of trades, but it's okay because I'm trading based on $4,000 account now. So although the losses don't really bother me, but I think trading like that, like if I limit my risk to maybe $30, it's going to be, I can be profitable easily. Well, easily. how to say it's more like, okay, I'm just trying this out because like I forgo the trades, but let's say if I risk this kind of amount, and let's say the risk is not, the reward is not just 30 handles, it might be 60 handles and stuff, but I've already secured around 20 handles or something like that. So I'm thinking that this is a better, it might be better for me. Okay, so yeah, never mind, back to here. So you can see this was a very nice trade, very nice trade. Okay, so this is the typical 2022 model, but it's not a 50-minute rate, it's just on a lower time frame. Okay, and I take profit here. Okay, why here? Because we have a short-term low here, and we have balance price here. Okay, we have a balance price range here, and generally price can just reach for it and send price high again. So it can happen, anything can happen. Okay, so it's CPI Monday as well. I'm just trading within the range, and it was a nice delivery. Okay, so yeah, so for this day, to me the most important part is about the limit order thing. So it really helped me a lot. Okay, so for these trades, right, it was somewhat like a test water, but later on when it comes to here, I decided to put a limit order. I planned my trade already. 11.25 handle stop loss, very nice risk. So then I had to like just submit to price, you know. That's what I can tell myself. Okay, so the second one is, yeah, this is the third one, premium to discount. Yeah, so how do we know where price has reached, how high, how I know that it has reached high enough? So it's about premium to discount. It's about using the dealing range. So for here you can see I shorted in a discount. Okay, this separation, we have a red color and we have a green color, right? Okay, never mind, I'll clean up the chart. Clean up this for you. Okay, so right here, we have discount, and on top here the red area is premium. Okay, look where I shorted. I shorted in a premium, then I take profit in a discount. So that's generally the whole idea. Okay, now I'm just going to talk a bit about the overall trades. Okay, look at that. Right here is the 5-minute chart. Okay, you can see this CB, I literally just refine it to the 1 minute chart. Okay, but you can see price, this is why I shorted as well. Okay, you can see the bodies went up, but the bodies stayed where? The bodies stayed within this area only, and we created a high right here, and stop rates has been done around here. Okay, that's why I shorted. Okay, and also one thing is that we have been, I don't know you can see it or not, but okay, first of all, the whole idea is this. You can see 6 AM we started moving higher like that. Okay, then we went lower. So this tells me that, like, because we have a one straight up run like that, I'm seeing that we have a lot of people have chased to go long. Their stop loss is right here. Okay, so at this point when you see the implied dealing range. Okay, this is what I draw out, and I shorted basically around here. Okay, no, this was the first trade, sorry. Okay, this was my first trade on the micros ES. Okay, so I took 3 trades. The first trade was on the ES. So basically I shorted there, and it was a losing trade, okay, for this trade. So yeah, because why I shorted, I was expecting institutional order flow because we are really close to a relatively equal low here, and I shorted around here. Okay, so since we have gone below the halfway of the implied range. Okay, this the fib, you can see the fib is I draw on is the implied range. We are already below halfway of it, so I'm expecting price to really expand lower. That's why I'm expecting institutional order flow, and I was just wrong for this trade. Okay, so for this trade, like I say, I was like doubting price a lot. Okay, as there's a lot of back and forth movement and stuff. Okay, then I decided to use limit order, and yeah, as like after this day onwards, I realized that yeah, actually I use limit orders is better. It helps me plan out my trade, especially when I'm not really confident. I'm like doubting that price, like I'm doubting where it is at and stuff. Okay, but there's the price action is showing me there's a fair value gap and the risk is nice, everything. So it's actually about planning your trade, like how much are you going to risk, that kind of thing. So when I use market order, it's a bit harder to do unless I did have something that's in my mind that is happening. Okay, but generally for this kind of price, it's a harder read, and generally it was harder for me to do market orders. Okay, because in plain terms, I was just in doubt of the price. I'm seeing two sides. Okay, but here when it presents its idea, you see very nice idea, buy side, all the buy sides rated already. Okay, so that's it for this trade review. See you guys in the next one.